So this is the team I'm using today, my day 2 of Pokemon Champions. This is a team that was actually made by my friend. He said this is a decent team for you to use and you can go ahead and try. Now we will be jumping straight into this game where the team preview. Now, the notable Pokemon that I saw during this game in this team preview is the Hatterene and the Gardevoir. So I just thought, oh, this is a Trick Room team, but I never really took account that Talonflame and Kommo-o are fast Pokemons. So here in this game, I actually brought two of my slowest Pokemons, being Torkoal and this Wash Rotom. With that out of the way, let's get straight into the battle. So now they will actually be leading with this Talonflame and the Glimmora, while we lead with the Rotom and the Samurott. So now the very obvious play from this Talonflame is obviously the Tailwind. Now here I'm actually considering Will-O-Wisp-ing this Glimmora, but I actually realized it is a special attacker, so I actually instead want to get Pyro safely into the field for switching the Talonflame and actually Aqua Cutter this Glimmora for the clean knockout. Now unfortunately, because Aqua Cutter is a physical move, Toxic Debris will activate and poisonous spikes will land on our side of the field. Aqua Cutter connects, it actually reveals that this Glimmora is not Focus Sash. There goes the Toxic Debris, the poisonous spikes is on our field, and we safely connect the Volt Switch and switch into our Pyroar. So now you actually see me debate if bringing Torkoal instead of Pyroar, but I actually ended up going on my Pyroar as I think it just has a higher special attack stat than Torkoal, plus it's faster. So we do get poisoned, it's unfortunate. But now they actually send out the Talonflame once again. The very obvious Tailwind here is very much present. I hit with hitting both and potentially kill this Tinkaton. You actually see me wonder if I should double onto this Tinkaton, but I actually ended up not going on the double to the Tinkaton, as Heat Wave will just generally knock out this Tinkaton. I Mega Evolve Pyro here just to get our boosted stat and Fire Main. Unfortunately, the Fake Out does come out from the Tinkaton, flinching our Samurott. Now, the Talonflame actually went for the Tailwind. Here comes the Heat Wave, and this actually reveals that the Tinkaton is the Aqua Berry, reducing this massive Heat Wave. It actually doesn't kill the Tinkaton because of the Aqua Berry. It's pretty unfortunate. If we didn't flinch, this Talonflame would have died or get knocked out. So the right play was definitely doubling onto this Tinkaton, but with the Fake Out, it didn't really matter. Now here I'm considering switching out Mega Pyro here, as I'm actually really afraid that they're just double up on this Pyro. Get rid of it. It's the biggest offensive pressure to this Tinkaton, and they can't really hit it for super effective damage. So here I actually went and switched it out and actually consider Ceaseless Edge instead of Aqua Cutter, which I do go to hit this Tinkaton, get a layer of spikes in. Now so what I'm actually soaks a dual wing bit, which would have done a decent damage, not a lot, to make a Pyroar. So that's definitely the correct play, but unfortunately they go for the player up. Samurott lives with 4 HP. Now we go for the Ceaseless Edge, get a 1 layer of spikes onto the opponent's field. The Tinkaton faints. Now the next turn depending on who their last Pokemon is, Pharaoh could probably deal with it, but now they do reveal that it is the Kommo. So the very obvious play is, of course, Will-O-Wisping, burning this Kommo, but I actually wanted this Talonflame out first, then maybe just secret sorting this Kommo. So I actually go through with that plan instead, but of course due to the tailwind, this Talonflame was faster, knocking out our Summer with a dual wing beat. Here, the Kommo actually reveals Aura Spear, so it's actually not a physical attacking set, it's actually a special attacking set. I don't know why. Our Hydro Pump safely hits it, knocks out the Talonflame, so Will-O-Wisp, a burn wouldn't really matter since this is a special attacking set Kommo, which is actually pretty new for me. I really just encountered physical Kommo, so this is like a meta thing. It's just like throw your opponents off guard, but you actually see me go for the Will-O-Wisp on this Kommo because I actually didn't realize that Aura Spear was a special move and not a physical. I went for the safe protect, get the Will-O-Wisp first, reducing the damage on this Kommo's physical attacks, but of course we know that's not gonna do anything since this is a special attacking Kommo. Here you actually see my game crash, so I actually don't know what this Kommo went for, but since none of my Pokemon were heavily damaged, it's safely to assume they maybe missed an Aura Spear, or they actually, yeah, I think they actually just missed an Aura Spear. You see me, actually see me look if they actually just set up, but there was nothing, so I think they just missed an Aura Spear or something. You see me see if Overheat was the right choice, but I just ended up going for this Heat Wave. Reveals that this Kommo was Citrus Berry, so at first I was wondering if it was Choice Scarfed or any choice items because it was just spamming Aura Spear. It does get the knockout on our Mega Pyro. Here, the Hydro Pump doesn't do a lot of damage on this Kommo, so Torkoal is gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting here since, oh well, Rotom won't do a lot of damage. If our Torkoal gets knocked out by an Aura Spear, this is gonna hurt and we're probably going to struggle to win this game. Here I actually Volt Switch, it's our best move. Hydro Pump won't do much damage because of the sun. Here I actually went for the Heat Wave, it's our strongest attacking move, boosted by the sun, plus the same type attack bonus, so it's our safest bet here. You see me actually recheck if they actually set up when my game crashed. But they didn't. They actually went for another Aura Spear. I have no idea what their plan was here, but they just kept spamming Aura Spear for Switch Lance. Here comes our Heat Wave, getting the secured knockout and winning us the game. Now let's go to the next game. So now they actually lead with their two grass types, the Sinistcha and Torterra. I lead with the Goro Sneasler. Fake Out is just not a play here because there's a chance that this Sinistcha can just Rage Powder. The safest bet is to Will-O-Wisp and Dire Claw on the Sinistcha or the Torterra, but of course the Rage Powder, which it does come out from the Sinistcha, is still present, so now we're just targeting and burning this Sinistcha instead of the Torterra. So we have the little Teacups' attack, which is at this point it doesn't even have an attack, and this Torterra does go for the Headlong Rush, which is it just me? I actually didn't know that Torterra learns Headlong Rush. So Zachary VGC Guru Sneasler does faint. Now this Torterra actually has the White Herb, which is not something I see every day. So here my safe bet is literally just the Sylveon. The Samurott is a really bad matchup against two grass types. So here's the Sylveon. I am still going to attempt the Will-O-Wisp on this Torterra, and of course the Hyper Voice. We can't really do a single target move because of the Rage Powder. You actually see me check what their Pokemons are. They do the Protect here, and I'm guessing the Rage Powder as well, but actually they didn't go for the Rage Powder, so we actually don't get the Will-O-Wisp on the Torterra, which is quite unfortunately. But they did go for the Machakacha with, but Sylveon does dodge it. What a goat, but unfortunately it does hit the Rotom. Will-O-Wisp gets blocked by the Protect, which is another unfortunate one. So now I've just completely given up on trying to Will-O-Wisp this Torterra, which is something you should not be doing, by the way. You should always try to have your opponent's physical attack with a burn, no matter how hard they try to counter you. So here they're really thinking about their decision. They could Rage Powder redirect the Will-O-Wisp again just to protect their Torterra. The Sinistcha actually goes for the Protect. Hyper Voice, yep, it connects onto the Torterra. Does a lot of damage actually, which is unreal. I should have doubled on this Torterra. It goes for the Wood Hammer on my Rotom. Poor washing machine. Now it just great. Now I have to buy another washing machine. Thank you, Torterra. He gets damaged by the Recoil. The Sinistcha is at 6% thanks to the burn. Now I'm just here. Now what? I'm down to my last two Pokemons, and Samurott is at a really bad matchup here. He can only really target the Sinistcha. I have no other moves to go for except for the Hyper Voice, but they actually reveal the Wide Guard, which is another thing I didn't know Torterra can possess. I didn't know this thing gets Wide Guard. That's actually wow. So Hyper Voice gets blocked here. They go for the Machakacha. This is gonna deal a lot of damage on our Samurott, which is like almost all of our HP. It is a grass type move. Now they do get the burn on our poor Sylveon. So this Sinistcha is a really annoying Pokemon. They really want this Sinistcha alive because they know it just is an annoying little teacup. They go for the Annihilate here. This is the Revenge Killer, which I can already see that it is in fact the Revenge Killer. Here the safe bet is literally the Sneakless Edge plus the Hyper Voice or the Moonblast, which is either way is a good move. You actually see me go for the Moonblast instead of the Hyper Voice because it is stronger and I want to knock out the Annihilate. So Ceaseless Edge knocks out the Teacup. We get another layer of spikes, but now they actually go for the Drain Punch. It throws them back to full HP. Now why would they do that? Who knows? Maybe it's just for super effective damage. Here goes our Moonblast. I'm hoping it actually KOs, but now it reveals why they went for the Drain Punch. They're at 4 HP, they're Focus Sash. So now there's really nothing I can do to win this game. Sylveon is really slow, and this Annihilate just outspeeds. So, and they go for this Charizard, which is literally just a Mega. I'm hopeless here. Even if I go for Hyper Voice and deal damage on this Charizard, I just can't win. So I just go for the Quick Attack. They Mega their Charizard, set out the Drought, and there's just no win con for me here. I did a lot of misplays here, starting from turn 1. I of course I could get the clans on the Annihilate. Now this Charizard is probably going for Heat Wave, and it proved me wrong. It's actually going for Weather Ball, which I guess is more reliable than Heat Wave. They don't want to miss, and that is the game. If you enjoyed this video, considering hitting the like and subscribe button, it would really mean a lot to me. If you enjoyed my suffering of trying to get into competitive Pokemon, well, considering leaving a comment.